All right, I'm not sure what's going on with my YouTube dashboard, but it looks different. There's a new, it looks like mobile preview. I'm not quite certain. Whoops. Okay, good, that did post. All right, I don't need to look at that anymore. I can delete some of these. I can definitely delete these. I can delete that and I'll watch that later. No other emails. That's good. All right, here we go. I don't really know what this is, but it's showing like the middle of my, it says auto crop. I think this is very weird. I don't know what this window is. Is it trying to tell me that I can do like auto crop? There's a new window and it is confusing me and I don't like it. Oh well. We'll figure it out later. Let's see. Let's save this. I'm just gonna... I don't think I'm at 3688. I think it's 3689-ish, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I think there's another one on my Procreate save that are actually on the ever specific sketching title. All right, it's gonna be a short one today. And I just kind of would like to do some sketching to just sketch. Because that's important sometimes too. Let's see, what do I want to sketch? Maybe I should sketch a sketch. Let's just think about maybe a new wallpaper because I'm due for a new wallpaper. Hey Bacon! Welcome to the stream. What's sizzling? Nothing much. Finally feeling better after having, I'm guessing it's con crud, but it was kind of not fun. I had my voice leave me for a couple of days, and then I had a cough that eventually went away, but not nearly as quick as I wanted it to go away. Let's see, let's do 1600. Let's just give ourselves a little bit more. And but I got some good stuff done. I got the shop update done. I got blog updates done. I had a list that I was going through because I had to get all of that new stuff on the shop, and yeah, so just kind of whittling away at the list. I had to do lots of inventories, which those are never fun, but all post-convention type stuff. I'm trying to think. I think I want to do something with Momo exploring because I haven't done one of those in a long time. Those used to make me, oops, that's a little bit sketchy of a. And part of, you know, when I was doing my sketches, not sketches, my paintings for originals in for SDCC, I really enjoyed that switch to traditional from digital. And I think maybe it was not just that, but it also was, you know, I was at one point I did like 2 days, I did like 4 each day. I ended up with, I think, 12. And it was just, I don't know if I want to return to daily painting or just maybe slowly amp it up a little bit more again. But I really kind of just missed that. But I also needed the break, so I don't know. We'll see. The important thing is to make sure that it's always fun. Which is why I'm doing just a little fun sketch today. Maybe a beautiful sunset scene, maybe some clouds. Maybe she's sitting at the top of a mountain somewhere. I did finish a book. I was very excited. The other night, instead of logging onto POE or, just scrolling endlessly, I was like, you're close to the end of this book. Let's finish it. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I also got back to exercising this morning, but I don't think I pushed it too far, but I mean, I may have, but like my arms have been like in that twitchy, wiggly state of failure they just keep shaking. And I'm like, I didn't really push it that hard. I mean, geez. But I was like doing my hair and it was just like, just vibrating. I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird, but currently been reading Jurassic Park for the past 6 months. Oh no, I have about 2 hours left on the audiobook. Nice. It's been a while since I read that one, but I remember one of the scenes that I really loved was, and it didn't make it into the movie. Am I remembering it right? Let me know if you've gotten to this part. But I believe the younger kid is hiding inside or behind a waterfall, and the T-Rex is kind of like sniffing for him. I believe, I was just like, oh god, the tension in that scene was just palpable. I'm sorry that they didn't get it into the movie, but that was pretty intense. I'm thinking that's the first one, and I don't believe that I read beyond that. I mean, how many Jurassic Park books are there? Are there more than... I thought there was more than one. Two core novels. Okay, so it's Jurassic Park and then 95, The Lost World. Yep, they have. Okay, yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. Yeah, I don't think I've read The Lost World. I would say that currently Lex, the younger sister, is probably my least favorite character. Currently just finished their part where they locked up the raptor in the freezer. I'm trying to remember. I probably would be more annoyed with them now than I was back then, but because I read that when I was, I think, kind of their age. That came out in 1990. I probably read it when I was, well, the book came out in 1990. 93 was the movie. Saw the movie, loved the movie. Probably read it when I was 14-ish, maybe 13, 14-ish. So I would have been right around their age. It kind of makes me laugh, you know, the scene in the movie where she's clicking around and she's like, "This is a Unix system. I know this." Oh my goodness. I hate to say it, but if she had a bad ending, died, I wouldn't mind. Oh no, okay. I'm trying to think, is there been a character in a book or a movie that's annoyed me like that? I feel like recently they struggle to write young characters in a way that they're not annoying. I'm trying well, that was, yeah, Jurassic World was a while ago, but I wasn't annoyed by those kids. Oh god, you know who did annoy me? Oh, there were a couple of characters that just, oh, they annoyed me in uh Dante's Peak. Those kids annoyed the heck out of me. And so did Ruth. Oh my god, Ruth. It just, her belligerent, just, ugh. And because of her, you know, everybody was put in danger because of her stubbornness. Oh, and in the other volcano movie, this stupid little kid Toby that wanders off and doesn't listen, and they almost get squished by a building. Is his name Toby? Oh. That kid annoyed me too. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. What the heck is going on here? Why are you treating this like the brush? This is supposed to be the smoothing tool. There we go. That was weird. Those are all in older movies, though. Hey Clint, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I'm just doing a little chill sketch stream. Finally got the Wacom Cintiq 24. Oh, nice. Congrats on that. Yeah, when I upgraded mine, it took me a while because I was like, well, what I have works, but I really didn't realize how, I mean, I did, and that's what eventually pushed me to upgrade, was because I was shrimping and hunching over this smaller, it was a 16, I think, or wait, no, it was a 13 HD, so it was, you know, not all that big, and the drawing area was about like that, and, you know, being able to adjust this screen and sit up more vertically was great, but also I didn't realize, you know, having this bigger screen, I was able to get more detail. And it was easier for me to do that because I can just blow this up and I can, you know, zoom in. That can, you know, be a problem at certain times, but I was definitely glad I did. That was a good... My little 13 HD was a workhorse. I got a lot of good work done on that guy. Doing better than I deserve? What? Trying to map out my little mossy bits. I don't want to make that just a whole black out there. Just have some nice inky contrast. What was the best part of the con for you this year? Oh gosh. It went by so fast. It was, I don't really have a lot of, like, nah. Well, I mean, I think the entire thing was just so uplifting. I mean, I sold a lot of my original paintings. I think more than I've ever sold. Um, and just seeing the reception of people coming into the booth that have never seen any of the characters before, and just suddenly wanting to know what this is, to read it, to there. Oh gosh, and there. Okay, so there are some moments, and I think all of them have to do with little kids. There were several of them that came in, and they were like, they either got a book last year or they got a book on the first day, and they came back and they wanted to get more books. And there was this one that was just, he was such a sweet little kid, and I think he was one that had bought volume 1 in the previous year, and he was excited to come in and get volume 2, and he was talking to me about his favorite characters, and just how he remarked how the stories and the characters made him feel good, and that really stuck with me. That really meant a lot. And there was another family that came by, and this particular one, I think they're up to volume 4. They come by each year and get a new, that's kind of their thing. They come by each year, and the little kid gets to a new volume, and I think he was up to 4. And so that was super cool. I've seen a lot of, familiar faces come back around, lots of new faces too. But yeah, I always love it when I see I don't know if I really call it, I'm trying to find the right words for it, but like, because ultimately what I want to do is I want to recreate the experience that I had when I was reading like Garfield or Calvin and Hobbes and Snoopy. That just sparked my imagination. I always wanted to go back to those worlds. So whenever I get feedback like that from young kids or anybody really, it just, it kind of reminds me of my why, or one of the whys. Anyway, there are a lot of them. But that that's, why I want to create this world, why I want to make the books and, the animation, and bring these characters to life more and more with every drawing and every comic, is just that spark of imagination that can be passed on. So that was some really cool things that happened. I didn't get a chance to walk around much. I was kind of bummed that one of my favorite bookstores decided not to show up. They just gave their booth to a couple of artists that were, signing, which was cool. But I mean, I guess the profit just wasn't in it for them. So I didn't get many books, but I was able to stop by because we got set up early and we had time to, actually breathe before the show began. The Chuck Jones Museum. And I got a book that I had my eye on for a while there. Not there, but I had it on my list on Amazon, and it's a collection of paintings that Chuck Jones did. And it's paired with some quotes, and there are also some letters from his family at the beginning. It's a really, really cool collection. And I was able to get that, and I talked with the people there in the gallery for a little bit, and they have like a schedule of artists that come in and they do signings or they do talks, and unfortunately all of them are like happening while the convention is going on, so I couldn't get to any of those. But really, really neat setup, and they had a bunch of really cool art from I guess, Chuck Jones adjacent artists, that some animators, some, you know, in other areas of animation. I think there was one artist that had worked on The Simpsons, and there were a few others, but just a variety of stuff. And it was just neat to go in there and look at that. I don't know if that's a permanent exhibition. I kind of feel like they just rent that space for the weekend, but I could be wrong. But yeah, so that was very, very cool. Let me see. It's always great to go out there and experience the nice weather. You know, you go outside in the middle of the day and you're not immediately assaulted with heat, humidity, and a very angry sun. Not angry, the sun always looks happy. It's just very bright and hot outside. But there you get the sea breeze. I saw some original art in a gallery in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So awesome. How cool. I don't know if I need that there, if I just need to kind of put the I really like how that's looking. Oh, that was another thing that was really cool. I saw a lot of very old designs come back to the booth. Like, gosh, there was the Momo cookie shirt where I printed the comic of the first one of her baking cookies. That was printed once on a bright magenta shirt, and this one girl came back and she was wearing it. It was like, oh my God. And there are several other designs that I only printed once, and you know, I was like, I don't even know if I still have mine of some of these. Like some of those sketch tanks I was doing around, like, I mean, I guess it was 2012 or so. Oh my goodness, that was super cool to see those. And talk to the people that had them. As one girl was like, yeah, this is one of my favorites. I just bring it out on special occasions. And it's somebody's favorite shirt. That's really cool though. Here's a question. Do you by chance have your books translated to different languages? I do not. I think that's something that would happen if when I have a bigger publishing deal, because I don't have the resources to do that. I mean, and nor do I remember. I mean, I took German and Japanese, and neither of those do I have retention enough to even attempt translating anything anymore. I kind of feel like this should be a little thinner. because this is facing the light, and maybe a little more barky, a little more barky. And I certainly would love that, and I would love to have my books in like Barnes and Noble, traditional bookstores too. I've been drawing on this tree for about half the stream now. It's all right. Seems to always happen when a tree enters the chat. Of course, I'll spend all afternoon growing a tree in my drawing. Why not? Put a floof there. I think I wanted to have a floof here. I should probably group this section to be separate from Momochi because I could do some nice layering bits. Ariana, hello! Sharon, hello! Happy Tuesday! It's always so much fun to draw them. Once I figured out how. Should I draw some blobby stuff like that? I don't know if I want to be blobby under shadows and stuff. Just try doing some of this in a more intentional way. I think this guy shouldn't be that thick, but oh, I can just erase. Go. Now I need kind of a that little bit of floof there. Let's just group this little floof. I can move him around a bit if I need to. I feel like since I've done some of this here, I need to maybe, and I did some of that there, so maybe I need to do some of that around here. Trying to decide on which, because I did finish, I mentioned earlier, I finished a book yesterday. Now I've got to decide. I haven't saved in ages. Holy cow. Bad. Trying to decide which one. I'm working on this one like perpetually, but it's like a very chewy piece of beef jerky. You just have to work on it very slowly and methodically. And something else is like I've got a couple. I've got like this guy. I know I'll be able to finish this in one sitting because, I mean, Austin, this is his new book. He did Keep Going, Feel Like an Artist, and Show Your Work. And all of those are just really easy, quick reads. I mean, look at the layout, you know, you'll get through that very quickly. But it's really good, kind of always an uplifting read. So that one, I got to decide. And I got this new one by Marie Kondo, Letters from Japan. And I don't know, when I opened it and started just reading randomly, because that's sometimes how I, you know, decide to pick one up. It felt very cozy, like her writing feels soft and calm, and I really like that. So that's one I am debating on. And then this one I picked up. Actually, I got it at Comic-Con. This is Frank Miller's book, Push the Wall. And I've already seen some quotes on this, and oh, did I really start why is this? I didn't start reading this yet. Oh, I actually I was marking a quote that I wanted to use. In fact, let me put one of my little tabbies on this page. I had to dig to find, because I've gone through all my little tabbies. I'm trying not to turn corners. I do heavily interact with the books and highlight, but there's sometimes that I want to tab it for things like, you know, my quote emails, but yeah, so that one is really neat and I'm looking forward to that. I just need to decide which one, because I don't want to, I feel like when I have 3 or 4 going at once, I usually have a fluff, like McDonald's book. I call general, like, fiction, science fiction, fantasy, the fluffy McDonald's books. And I usually have one of those going, and then I usually have something else that's a little bit more meaty going, like the writers or a nonfiction. And I just pick up whichever one, unless of course it's a, you know, it's one of those fiction books that you can't put down, that you read obsessively in a matter of hours. Unless it's one of those. But I usually have two going at one time. And I need to figure out. No, I'm reading a graphic novel. I'm reading the latest Unico, but I'll have that done in no time. Those are always really short. Got to figure out something else for my easy book, the fun book. I'm gonna group you two because I know I have these different levels of grass that I'm thinking about. I don't want you to be on the same level as Momo Cheat, but I'll have something here. Maybe not. I do want to get these clouds. I won't even remotely need to use that much of the cloud, but I know where it's going. I guess I'll just put both of these on the same group. Hello, there we go. Did I get everybody? All the participating cloud bits? All right. I might need to... Junior and I are heading out for lunch. Might be back before you leave. Not hope. Oh, take care, Bacon. Have a good day. Have a good lunch. I'm actually it's gonna be a short stream today, and I'll be logging off here in just a minute. I'm planning on starting earlier on Thursday and going for my full usual stream, but I only had time for about an hour today, so I wanted to just do a little chill sketch. I don't like this. Oh, I grouped it with everything else, didn't I? Okay, there we go. I just wanted to do a nice chill sketch stream. And I am fully intending on doing another traditional stream. I have to pick which one. There's a challenging one that I am debating because I don't know if you want to ride that struggle bus with me. But it's on the long, tall block that I did, and I had this really neat idea of a teeny tiny floof, kind of maybe on a leaf pad or a lily boat, but he's floating down a stream kind of among these huge, and I've done this a little bit before, like these clover stalks that are just arching over like giant bean stalks. It's another tiny floof or big, landscaper things around him. I want to do it. I'm definitely going to do it in traditional, but I have to figure that one out. Maybe I'll line it first and get that part figured out, because I think that's the toughest part, because once I have that figured out, I think the coloring will be fine. Maybe I'll just do the coloring. I have that sketched out. I have two of the other, well, actually 3 of the other originals that I wasn't originally intending to get done for Comic-Con, I wasn't able to. There's a cute little giant strawberry one, and then a wagon of floofs, that one, and then there was another one. But I want to do all of those, and I'll definitely be sharing some of them on stream. But yeah, that one's, I'm excited about that one. Oh, it's another one. I wanted to do a kind of a color study, but it would be kind of like the classic green and or like teal and coral, green and orange, that type of play. I wanted to have this forest scene that has kind of like these pink glowy flowers in it, and I wanted to experiment with the lighting and how that the glowy flowers would be kind of melding out into the colors around it, and doing that in ink is going to be interesting. So I might actually do a test painting on that one before I figure out the colors and do it on the big block. But those are the ones I have up, and I'd like to maybe do a couple of Tuesday streams with those. But it's 12:45, so I need to go ahead and shut down stream there. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm glad you guys like the sound. I definitely will do it. I really like the idea. I want to do it justice, and I want to have the colors and the shapes and layers a little bit more figured out than the rough sketch it is. So yeah, this guy, I'll be sketching on him. I'm actually almost done with these lines. I should maybe get it done tonight. I might add a backpack on her. Maybe she's just walking with her walking stick today. But definitely want to get these clouds and have a sense of, you know, the great big open sky. This will be a late summer type feel. Still bright colors and airy, but not as hot as it is here. All right. Yeah, I hope you do too, Sharon. Let me go ahead and switch over to my ending screen. There we go. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm sorry it was a little bit shorter. I'll make up for it on Thursday. We'll have a nice long comic stream, and I'll get that written out well before. I've got a couple ideas on there too, so those will be written out well before, and so we'll do some, hopefully I'll be able to get to some color on Thursday. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, Sharon, Ariana, Bacon, I know you bounced, Clint, all of my lurkers. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you next time.